biggest error I would say with things that are like question 2 is people want to multiply those because they see the two parentheses and they're like, oh, I can like FOIL or make my lattice grid thing and try to multiply that way. These are way easier than that. All we're doing here is sum or difference. So here we're just adding like terms, and here we're just subtracting the pieces back here from these ones up here. Okay, so it's way easier. So if I combine like terms, what's the highest power I see here?
8x to the third.
8x to the third. Is there anything else to add with that one?
No.
No. So 8x cubed is your first piece. So that one I kind of cross it off as I go, so I don't like look at it again. So then the x squareds are 7x squared plus 2x squared, which gives me
9x squared.
9x squared.
God, I'm so bad.
And then x is minus 5x. And then the only thing that's left would be plus 12. So that's your answer. Okay? What's the difference between A and B? We're subtracting. So that subtracting would switch these signs here. Okay? So the front stuff stays. The front stuff stays just like this, but that back stuff is going to switch to minus. So do you see how this minus 5 turns to a plus 5? This is the part that most people would mess up on. And then, like terms, highest term is which one? 4x to the 4th. There's nothing to go with it, so I got that one done. Are there any x cubes? No. So then I move to the x squared, which I would have plus 5. X squared. There's no x's, and so then we move to the numbers here, which would be, is it plus 2 or minus 2?
Plus 2. Plus 2.
Okay, so you got your answers. I probably glanced at it and thought it looked good. Do you see where it went wrong, though?
She just saw the I said that. That's all I said. How a negative number? A negative number. Negative.
Oh, yes. You were asking a different question than what I was answering. Just a second here. All right, so calculate the zeros of this function. What that means is set this equal to 0 and solve. So again, this is in your Mathia. And the quickest and easiest way to do this problem is to factor, okay? So it would be a lot like number 1 part D. So we would take this A and C term and multiply them. What do I get if I multiply this?
Negative 18x squared.
Negative 18x squared. And we're trying to multiply to that. And then we're trying to add to negative 7x. So we're going to try to add here.
Will you do this equation on the test?
For the quadratic formula, you're saying? That you would have to write it on your cheat sheet. Okay, but it's on the back of this practice worksheet. Okay, so you can write it right on there even today. All right, let's go ahead and do the little square. Yep. You'll get your cheat sheets today to start filling out. Yep. Okay, so when we take a look at this here, we want x squared in the top left and minus 18 in the bottom right. And who can tell me the two pieces that are going to multiply to here and add to here? Yep. Negative 9x and positive 2x. Does everybody agree with that? Yes. Adds here and multiplies there. Looks good. So let's put them in there. Doesn't matter which one goes where.
I wouldn't get it wrong if I used quadratic formula.
If you use the quadratic formula, you should end up with the same answers. And if you don't, we can see where you went wrong. Okay? No, you can do it either way. All right, so if we finish this out here, wouldn't there be an x here and an x here to get that x squared?
Yes.
And then what goes down here? 2, and what goes up here?
-9.
-9. So my factors, and a lot of people then circle this answer, it's not done. X minus 9 and x plus 2. Okay, is the goal here to factor? No, the goal is to calculate the zeros. So this is in Mathia where you factor it first, and then you apply the zero product property. So applying the zero product property, what Mathia does is they say this equals 0, and this part here equals 0, and you solve each of those separately.
Right,
So how do I solve this one? Add to both sides, right? So that's what you click in Mathia, add to both sides, you get x equals 9. And then this one, the only thing we have to do is subtract the 2 or add a negative, that works. Okay, so this is what you should get for answers. If you did the quadratic formula, it should be the same thing. Okay, so if you didn't get the same answers, you messed up somewhere along the way. Okay?
Yes, you